look. We have multiple approval, parallel approval, automatic requests. We'll see how we can leverage the automation in Fireflow to make a change go through pretty much zero touch. We have generic change requests. We'll look at object changes, rule removals, rule modification, and rule recertification. So a big long shopping list there. Let's get stuck in. So as you saw, when you click on new request, there's a list of different change request templates. We've used the standard up until now, and the others in the orange boxes are what we're going to cover first of all. So let's think of a use case. Okay, we know that the flow is plan, approve, implement, validate, match. What if my company says, okay, I need every change request to be double checked by another manager? How are you going to do that? In the real world, you might send a mail to the manager, or you send them a Teams message. Maybe you have a ticketing system and you can reassign it. In Firefly, it's actually really, really easy.
So do you add a new approval person to the approve stage?
Yeah, sort of. We had actually, well, we'll see in a second. What if each change in the organization needs to be verified by two separate teams or people before it gets implemented? So I need to sort of approve twice. And I thought that's kind of, okay, that's very strict, but I was working with a client, it's an online bank in the north of England, and they actually wanted to do this. So they had security approve the risk check. It then went to, I think it was a compliance officer who also had to approve the risk check. And then it went to a CRB, the change review board, change board. They had to approve it as well. That's how they wanted to work. It's a bank, they have to be very careful that they're following procedures and everything's triple checked. Just see if we've got some messages. Okay, thanks. Thanks to Evo for that. Okay. All right. So let's see how we can meet these use cases. So our standard flow at the beginning goes plan, approve, implement, validate, and then match. In the multiple approval, we introduce a new stage. And here it's plan, approve, review, implement, validate, and match. We'll see how that looks in the workflow in just a moment. Okay, so it's actually a new stage with a new responsible owner. Then, if we do that,
sorry to interrupt.
Go ahead.
So you're introducing a new step called review, which comes after approve.
Yeah.
So how is this different than another approve?
Okay, so this is the mechanism we do to allow somebody else to approve it. You can't have two approve stages. It's not built like that.
Oh, okay. All right. So it's just being called review, but it's in a,
it's actually another approval.
A second approval. Okay, got it. Okay, yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. Because it's being reviewed, the approval is being reviewed by somebody.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Okay. Then we have the parallel approval case, and here we're introducing two review stages. Okay. These flows are already built into Fireflow. They're standard templates or out-of-the-box templates, let's say. So if you want to use these, they're there and you can use them. Let's just see how the multiple approval looks in the workflow. So we go plan, approve, approved by security. Then we go to the review stage if security approves it. So security goes approve, goes to review. Then we see the risk check again and actually there isn't any risk here, but let's say there was, then whoever owns this, and we actually have a controller role, the role names are not set in stone. You can customize the role names, whatever you need, but it's review is by default owned by the controllers as the controller's role. And then the controller will either click reject if he doesn't like the risk check, or review, he's reviewed it, it's okay. It's like clicking approve a second time. And then we just carry straight forward, implement, validate, and match just as normal. Make sense? Good. Automatic. Now here, we're going to try and work through the plan, approve, implement, validate, and match without stopping, assuming some basic rules, basic guidelines, let's say. At the plan stage, if my plan has all the firewalls that it needs, then at the end of the plan, we'll go straight on to approve. What do I mean by that? If there are no stubs, if there are no missing firewalls, remember when we looked at the map, we said there are stubs that are not actually configured in Firewall Analyzer. So if there are none of those stubs, everything seems to be in place. At plan, we don't need to click confirm devices, it just goes straight to approve. Okay, then we get to approve. Here, the automation checks the risk. Okay, checks the risk report. If there are no high severity risks, it's approved automatically. Nobody needs to click anything, do anything. Okay, so this is ideal if you're comfortable with a lower level of risk and you assume that a low, medium, or a suspected high is okay. Again, you can tweak this. I hope we'll have time today to look at the workflow editor, and I'll show you how you could maybe do some of these things.
So this is done under the hood, approval on this stage?
Yeah. If it goes from plan, to approve, if there are no high severity risks, it's approved automatically and goes straight on then to implement.
Nice.
Okay, and the implement, if we have active change and it's all set up properly, we have the license and we've configured it and the device supports it, then we can do the active change and the change is pushed out to the device automatically. Okay, then we go straight on to validate, which happens pretty much automatically anyway, but you don't need to click anything after the validation to continue on to match. And auto matching, as we said, that process runs automatically anyway. If there are no discrepancies, everything's good, then the request, the change request, the ticket gets marked as resolved. Again, that workflow is built in. You can customize it using the workflow editor. So if you wanted to say, if the risk check has no suspected high or high, it's going to be approved automatically. Or if there are only ignore or low severity risks, approve automatically. We can tweak it. All right, that's automation. Then we have the generic request. Okay, and we can probably show you one of those. So let's have a look. And we'll do a new request. And where did it go?
So when you say generic, it means like normal, right? Like the normal change request?
Okay, there's actually two functions to the generic. By default, it's just what we see on the screen now.
Okay.
All right. It lets us, our requesters, type me a message. Hi, did you make my change yet? I don't know, whatever. You don't have to offer this, but you may want to offer it to your requesters so they can send you simple text-based messages, maybe attach some document or something. There's no traffic lines here.
Okay.
All right. Simple text request. That's the first function of a generic. The other thing that you can do with it, and I think we have time for the lab on that, you can actually turn on request from file. You modify the generic template, and it allows you to import a little CSV or a spreadsheet with a list of changes. Okay. By default, it creates, I'll show you in a second. By default, that's turned off, but you can very easily enable it. What happens is it will create a change request for the file, and then a sub change request for each line in the file. So if you've got a lot of changes to make, a lot of traffic to add, you can create a little spreadsheet like this very, very quickly, and then use the generic to import that and then run it through. Okay.
Can you show us the second type of generic change request?
Yeah, so
I went to the template online on the VM. It's 120, right? The code.
Yeah, I think so. Let's take a look. Yeah. So you know what? We have a lab for this, but I'll run it through.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
No, it's okay.
It's fine.
We kind of constrained for time. We've got quite a lot to cover, so maybe I'll just run this through because it's pretty trivial. Well, sort of. And I want to slowest VM. Come on. Okay. You don't want to play. Let's see. What can we do? Yeah. Okay, so that's obviously not going to work for me. I'm using a slightly different environment to you guys, so we'll let you do the lab in a minute. But basically, all you need to do is go into modify request template, and you'll see there's a parameter to turn on request from file. It's a checkbox. Then you save it, and then when you run the new request on the generic template again, you'll be able to import the file. For most of you, when you click to import the file, get the Windows file dialog, and you'll see, thank you so much. There we go. Look, create change request from file. It's right down here.
Yeah, but you opened the generic change request, right? Is that how you got to this page, or how?
Yeah, I went to the request templates menu.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Further down on the left.
120, right?
Yeah, this is where we edit the templates or create them.
Right, and then I choose 120 generic request.
Yeah, and then.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay. Because I clicked a new report request before the button at the top.
Okay. So now if I do this, save it. Now if I call new request and generic.
Yeah.
I've got the attached file, but it's actually going to let me import what we saw on the slide. And you should have in your environments firewall rule requests file. Okay, so when you open the window, you click and you open the Windows. Let me see if I can do it. Like for me, I'm not in the same environment as you, but I can do something like this. Firewall rule request, and then go next. Okay, now in your environments, you'll just see that file in the desktop. You won't have to navigate around. to find that. Actually, Ivo, in your environment, you might need to take it from the course materials. Okay, and then you can just follow through how that's processed. So I won't go any further. I'll let you do it in the lab. Okay. We have some more in here, right? Yeah. Okay. Let's do lab 2 now, please. You should find all the instructions in there. So